Welcome back to Titans franchise. My name is JB, and today we're going to be taking a look at the 6-0 Detroit Lions. This is going to be a very tough game as we have not been able to really slow teams down at all the past few weeks. We've been good in stretches. We've been really good early in games for the most part, but as the game goes on, we just kind of fall apart just as soon as the second quarter hits. Really. But before that, we're going to be taking an extended intro look at the draft classes. We now have the second mock draft out, and we're going to, have some fun with that, as that is always a fun time. So for our scouting national focus, I don't really care about the corners or the receivers in this class. The receiving class seems terrible, even though it's one of the strengths. I'm sure there's some decent players, but we don't really necessarily need receivers, so we're going to go corner. And we're gonna take a look at that and see if there are any good corners, because we can always use another one. We do have trade offers for some of the other players on our team. Probably not gonna end up accepting any of these, but I do just want to see what we have. Javon Hargrave, very tempting, but nothing there. I think we're done with trades. Last episode, or 2 episodes ago, we traded away Harold Landry for a 3rd round pick, and then we reinvested that 3rd round pick essentially. Well, we reinvested a 3rd round pick, not that 3rd round pick, future one in 2 years, to pick up Trenton Simpson to hopefully help us be able to cover some tight end. Spoiler alert, didn't go well in the first game. But for Danico Autry, not really loving any of these offers either. So 5th round pick though, kind of nice for Philadelphia. Well, hold on, kind of tempted by that. I don't really care about Cam Semple, but give me a pretty good pick for Danico Autry. Might not be the worst idea. And then we also have offers for Jonah Williams, who I thought I'd just throw up, see if we could actually get like a real offer. And it would appear not, as I have no interest in Jawan Johnson. They have cap space. And their defensive end position is, well, Cam Semple would be their starter, so I don't really want to take him. Plus, he's not anything special. He's fine, but 4th round pick for Autry does go through. Now, I don't like losing out on him because he's a very good player and he, is a real life Titan, but he's on the last year of his deal. He's 34 years old, still a pretty good overall. He can help the Eagles compete now, and we get a pretty valuable pick out of it. I'm okay with it. Well, let's take a look at the mock draft, see who is going where. Bobby Green projected to go number 2 overall. Oh boy. But there are a lot of new percentages on some of these guys, so let's take a look. Let's take a look at the prospects and just see what we know about some of these guys, other they are much higher scouted. So Theo Toon is now the number 1 QB in the class. I feel like he wasn't. Maybe he was the whole time. I'm pretty sure he wasn't though. Either way, he is revealed to be a full-on scrambler archetype, as I'm pretty sure we did know, but he has A, under pressure, A, short, B, medium, and B, deep accuracy. Yeah, still looking to be quite unbelievable. Only A, awareness, so his overall might not be insanely high, but he does look very good. Doug Bonham, we don't know his throw under pressure, but he has A, medium, and A, short to go along with B, deep. Very good throw power. His awareness is A, so we could be looking at the highest overall quarterback here. But he doesn't really have a lot of the other intangibles that some of these other guys might, as he is not quite the athletes. But honestly, doesn't look like a bad athlete either. If he has solid speed, like, he could be pretty good as well. We have Chris Crawford, another Phil General archetype with B medium, A short, and A short, medium, and B deep. I'm reading deep as B, but I said A, and that's not true. And my brain was like, how you do this? Only good to great throw power on him, so yeah, he's the guy with the noodle. He's the only guy without great to elite throw power, but does have A awareness as well. And then JB DeMarco, who I think might be the best out of the bunch, does only have B accuracy, but A throw under pressure, A to B short, B deep. Good to great throw power for him as well, but look at his athleticism, especially at 6'4", scramble archetype. He looks phenomenal. His awareness is a B, but his break sack is an A. Throw under pressure is an A. Like, he looks like he could be very, very, very good. Adam Rayburn, another 6'4" scrambler. I don't know what this class is. Apparently, they just decided to give everyone scrambler instead of improviser. But B to D, medium, B deep, A short, A under pressure. Great to elite throw power. Doesn't really have the athleticism of the other guys, so he is probably more suited to be like that improviser archetype. So I'm really not sure why he is, especially with only salty good speed, but his acceleration, agility, and change of direction are all potentially very good. And then we don't know his awareness, but could be anything. He's only 50% scouted. It's because he's not in the West region. That makes sense. These 4 guys are all in the West region. That's why they're at 95. So I don't really know a whole lot else about some of these other guys. So let's look at the QB class. And then Matt Love is revealed to be a receiving back. So if he has a catching, like that would be insane. Don't necessarily see that often, but he looks like an unbelievable athlete. A to B juke as well. If that ends up being an A, we could have a very high overall in our hands, especially for a round 2 to 3 player. Nathan McCutcheon does have A catching. Not quite as good of an athlete. B to D juke. He's alright. In terms of receivers, we have exactly one guy on our favorites board. That's Dalton Scott, a round 3 to 4 guy, and he's one of the few receivers in the entire class with great to elite speed. He also has great to elite excel. He had a great change of direction. Looks pretty terrible, but he's one of the only, like, this receiver class is not good, let me tell you. Corliss Peterson is actually probably decent. B catching, medium route, spec catch, short route, deep route. So he's a really good route runner. He is the playmaker archetype. So he's probably the best receiver in the class, but solidly good speed. Like, I'm not trying to draft another 80 speed receiver. And then Cedric Combs, like, he's just a really, really slow player. He has good, or great to elite, excel, agility, change of direction. So really good movement abilities. It's just he doesn't do it fast. B short, A spec, C release, C catching. I'm not interested in, like, sorry, I'm just not. And then, like, they're all just fucking bad athlete playmakers who can juke. It's like this entire class. This guy's actually pretty good. Demir Woodard, must have missed him. He actually does look like a pretty good athlete. B short, B spec, B medium, C release, C catching traffic, A to C catching, C to F deep. I mean, he's all right. He's the best one we've seen so far. Javier Kennedy, pass rusher out of Washington State, 6'5", 260. B finesse moves, B tackle, looks to be an unbelievable athlete, and we do know a little bit more about him as well. A awareness to go along with the finesse moves and tackles, so he could be very good, especially with those athletic ratings at that size. I am very interested in Javier Kennedy. Harry Strickland, kind of the opposite player in terms of what he's good at. A power moves, B tackle, C block shed. Also a very good athlete, not quite as twitched up as Kennedy, but still very good. B tackle, B awareness, C block shed. Looks to be a quite talented player as well. 6'4", 270. And this D tackle class is kind of unreal. A lot of these guys don't seem to have like the best ratings, it looks like, but some of them are unbelievable athletes. Like George Corbett, if he ends up having A finesse moves, he's gonna be great. 6'4", 299 out of Clemson. Great to elite speed, good to great strength, great to elite excel, agility, and change of direction. Jumping does not matter. He looks to be very good. Just if those finesse moves are where they need to be, if it's an A, he's gonna be unbelievable. And then Matthew Stevens, he's a run stopper with B tackle, C's across the board for everything else, and he's just another phenomenal athlete. Good to elite speed and strength, good to great agility and excel. Looks very good. A play rec, B tackle. Damian Conklin is good, or Macklin rather, is going to be a I'm having a, you know, flashbacks to fucking Tyler Conklin. Either way, Damian Macklin, another run stopper, B block shed, C finesse, and power moves, A to C tackle. Another, you're not gonna believe this, unbelievable athlete. Like, this D tackle class is full of insane athletes, so definitely a position we're gonna be targeting. Another one, Montrell Harris, a little bit more pass rush upside to him, a little bit further down the board, and he's just a good of an athlete. Like, the strength is there, the acceleration and agility are there, speed maybe not quite up to snuff, but it could still be great. Like, Montrell Harris down the board might be the best bang for your buck option at 6'6", 312, only 21 years old as well. And then Brian Iglesias, if you really want to go to way down the board, 6'1", 259, another Clemson interior D tackle, or interior D lineman, whatever you want to say. A tackle, C to F block shed. Hopefully that's, you know, C, but he has great to elite strength, and he's 260, or 360 rather, so that's fun. And then, as if it doesn't get any crazier, this off-ball linebacker class. There are 9 left outside linebackers that all look ridiculous. not counting Jeff Jacobs, who is the pass rusher, the speed rusher of the bunch. 6'5", 250. Great to elite speed, great to elite excel. I'm already intrigued. A to B finesse moves as well. B awareness. He looks phenomenal. And then Dion Sharp, another speed rusher, 6'4", 250. Good to great speed, great to elite strength, good to great jumping, great to elite for excel and change of direction, good to great agility. A finesse moves, A awareness. B injury is a good thing, but it's the only other one we have. Man coverage is a C. That's actually not bad for an edge rusher. And then we get into the off-ball guys. Heath Huffman. Elite, great to elite, speed, and change of direction. Change of direction is the second most important stat. A pursuit, A play rec, B hit power. Insane. We have Jaquez Sutton. B block shed, A pursuit, A tackle, A to B zone coverage. 6'2", 247. Great to elite speed, good to great change of direction. Good to great to elite excel. I don't understand what is happening. Then we have Nolan McFarland. B block shed, A to C pursuit, A tackle, B zone, 6'1", 230. Great to elite speed, change of direction, acceleration. I don't get it. Then Matthias Manuel, 6'2", 250. B to D block shed, A pursuit and tackle, B zone. Do I even need to say it at this point? Great to elite speed, change of direction, and excel. Good to great strength as well on him. This is just a default draft class. Like, this is crazy. Alex McCune, out of Oklahoma, a little bit shorter. It's only 6 foot, but B block shed, all those other things, all of these things. Yep. Rick DeBose. It's there. Armand Morant, actual pass cover guy, but he's 230. C to D block shed only, so he's in good to great speed, but great to elite change of direction, agility, and acceleration. A zone, A man, B hit power. Move this man to safety. That's a 230-pound safety. Why not, dude? Why not play him a safety? Like, I've never seen anything like this. It's unreal. Oh, and then we have 2 first-round caliber middle linebackers who are also just crazy. Bobby Green projected to go top 5. C block shed, B pursuit, B tackle, B zone. So he is a pure pass cover guy with only B zone, but great to elite everything except for strength with support of marginal. Let's have A awareness, A hit power, B pursuits, A man coverage, B tackling, A to B play rec, A to B catching, A to B finesse moves even from middle linebacker, A to B impact blocking. Like, he looks very good. His injury rating is A to B as well, so he's not going to get injured. He's probably not worth a top 5 pick, but he looks insane. And then there's also Martin Garrett, a little bit further down the board in the first round. 6'3", 250, A to B block shed, C pursuit, B tackle, A to B zone. Great to elite everything except for strength, which is decent to solid. So he's bigger and just as good of an athlete with just as good as skills. Unfortunately, only C hit power. God, if that were A hit power, he'd be at the top of my 2 draft list. Like, he would pretty much already be looking for an apartment in Nashville if he had A hit power. But yeah, Martin Garrett looks very, very good. This linebacker class is surreal, and it actually doesn't get much better at my outside linebacker. You know, you'd be thinking that would be insane too, but no, we actually have Jesse Peralta, round 1 guy. He is 23, but has A tackling and very, very good athletic ratings. Agility only solid to good, but great to elite everything else. And A to C finesse moves, B to D power moves as well. So it'd be good at both. Unfortunately, the corner class doesn't really have a whole lot to write home about. There is Quentin Irons, which is just a sick football player name, just in general. B to D catching, A finesse, or A man, A press, B zone coverage, and not a phenomenal athlete, but does have really good excel, agility, and change of direction. Jumping is good too. Speed is just lacking a little bit, but he's a great cover corner, so I'm at least a little bit interested. And then there's another 6'5" guy with A-man coverage, Marcus Finner. Talked about him earlier. Good to great speed. Excel is quite terrible, but you have A-man coverage, you're 6'5". I'm at least a little bit interested, especially as a round 3 to 4 pick. I'm interested. And there's only one safety worth talking about. Kyle Cheeks might be anything but Cheeks. Butt cheeks. I'm an adult. BDD hit power, 8-man coverage. He's going to be a pure zone guy. Hopefully that's higher than C, but a very, very good athlete. Only solid to good Excel, but great to elite for speed, jumping, and agility. Good to great, change of direction, and strength. Need that zone coverage to be high, but does have B block, shed, B finesse move, so could be a box safety either way. Just hopefully he is a very good cover guy. But there is a look at the draft class, and I'm going to throw it to future JB for anything happening in practice or just the start of the game. So yay, I'm going to go practice. Oh my God, Jared Goff is phenomenal. Jesus Christ. Before we hop into the game, though, I do think we should take a look at this Lions roster and see what changes they've made to their team in the offseason. They still have Jared Goff, who is playing up to an 89 overall, which Jared Goff is really good. An 85 overall feels about like his peak, but he is playing up super high with morale and just temporary boost because this team is undefeated. Yeah, he looks unbelievable. 99 short accuracy. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. And then a running back, they have, well, you know, just two incredible players, both Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, who actually might seem to be a little bit upset with his carries. But Jahmyr Gibbs, definitely a beast. 94 speed and excel, great agility, great receiving back. Actually, 72 catching is super disrespectful. He is a very good, I mean, he's a 78 overall receiving back, but that still seems kind of low. Duke could be a really good slot receiver for most teams. Nuck Bodden at fullback, and then at receiver. Oh yeah, did I mention we traded them DeAndre Hopkins in the offseason? Yeah, they have him to go along with 96 overall Amon-Ra St. Brown in the slot, Donovan Peoples-Jones, and Jameson Williams as an elite deep threat. I would hope that Williams is getting more snaps than DPJ. Not that DPJ doesn't deserve to play, but Hopkins and DPJ kind of fill a similar role, so I would hope that's how they're doing it, but I really don't care. That was the, you know, that was the thought process when we traded them D-Hop, but beside the point. They also have Sam Laporta playing up to an 81 overall at tight end. Very athletic second-year player out of Iowa. The actual tight end factory, they just every year have a first or day two pit at tight end who just comes in and is immediately good. It's crazy. Tyron Smith at left tackle. They also have Taylor Decker, so they just have two really good tackles, because why not? Jonah Jackson at guard, Frank Ragnow at center, Trey Turner at the other guard with rookie Nathan Barrett, who is actually probably starting. Yeah, 74 overall, and then it doesn't get any better because their other tackle spot, they have Penei Sewell, who's a 90 plus overall. What is this team? I understand why they're undefeated. Dante Fowler, DJ Jones off the edge. DJ Jones more of an interior guy, but do have Josh Pascal. Aiden Hutchinson is superstar X Factor 90 plus overall, and they have his sick eye paint in the game, so that's pretty cool. Oh man, this team is unbelievably good. Aleem McNeil, Levi Uzarike, Sione Takitaki, off-ball linebacker, very good player. Anthony Walker, Jack Campbell up the middle, and then Mike Cartwright, a rookie, along with Malcolm Rodriguez. I assume, is this a 3-4 team? I think they're 4-3. I don't know what they are. It doesn't really matter. Either way, they're extremely talented all over the field. Corner room doesn't have the highest overall, but they do have a rookie starting, Carl Allen. Only normal dev, but he is a 79 overall. Very good zone cover corner. Not so much a man-to-man, but they do have vet Patrick Peterson and Cam Sutton to hopefully make up for that at least a little bit. Monty Oruwariye still in town, as well as Jamal Kelly, another rookie. This one also with normal dev. Safeties to have CJ Gardner-Johnson, great slot defender, just overall really good defensive back. And then Brian Branch, of course. Everything I just said, ditto. And then just to top it all off, they have a really good box safety in Taylor Rapp, because they need that. Good kicker, Cade York, and then a superstar punter, Jack Fox. This is one of the best teams I've ever seen put together in Madden. We are just 1 year into the future for Detroit, and we also helped them out too, which is, wow. This roster is insane. We are going to lose by 70, so let's just get it over with. But while we're losing by 70, we might as well look good. It is a prime time. This is our third Thursday night game. What the hell? Or is it our second Thursday night game? I don't remember. We're going to rock the color rush. Ooh, baby, you the only 10 I see. At least I made it 8 or 9 episodes without making that joke. These color rushes look so good as well. The Titans just have, like, they're not the sexiest uniforms, but their color scheme just works, dude. I dig it. I get they're probably not the most, like, outstanding uniforms in the world, but I like what they got going on. Lions jerseys just also work. They're just good. Let's go ahead and get to kickoff. We see the teams taking the field, and it looks like we will be receiving the kickoff to start the game. Good for momentum purposes, bad for winning the game purposes. Well, everything is bad for winning the game purposes when you're the Tennessee Titans in this video game franchise series, as Cordell Patterson gets us a return out to the 26-yard line. Not a bad return at all. Levis throwing around knuckle taps to all the boys as they take the field. He's bad. He's really bad. But I must say, like I say in every episode, throwing out of sack and defensive backs and linebackers just knocking the ball loose. A lot of those incompletions. He'd be a lot of, well over 50% if it weren't for all that. He'd also be over 50%, just barely if it weren't for the interceptions, but I digress. He needs to be better. And that starts with me. That also starts with my receivers holding onto the fucking ball, my O-line being able to hold a block. A lot of holding that needs to be done, except for, like, you know, the penalty. As Kendre Miller gets 8 yards to start the game. Good carry. Really want to get him involved. I would love a development trait challenge for him. That would be super sick. That would be amazing. Obviously, that's just not going to happen when you're getting screamed at by Sione Takitaki. Great read there. Can't even be upset. That's just a fantastic play by a really underrated player. Now on 3rd and 4, after just a great play by the linebacker, we need to pick it up on the air, and unfortunately Will Levis is going to overthrow Chico Okonkwo. Can't have that. That is unfortunately the hand we've been dealt, though. So we'll bring on Ryan Stonehouse for the punt. Unfortunately, they will get out to the 25. Jared Goff taking the field with his plethora of weapons and unbelievably good offensive line, having an unbelievable MVP type season. Over 1,000 yards, just a ton of yards, 15 touchdowns, no interceptions, having an incredible season. I can't remember if it said 1165 or 1615. I'm dyslexic. I'm not. I'm just an idiot. But either if it's 1,600 yards, it's just given the MVP now. I think it was 1,100 though. Either way, first pass of the game completed. I looked at it. I saw the 15 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. I read the yards. My brain could not tell you what it was though. Why is the safety so deep there? D-Hop gets 20 on that reception. You gotta be closer to the receiver. Cover players, not grass, Jeremy. And there's the tight end, Sam Laporta. His first catch of the game of what is sure to be a career day for him, given our track record. Already have, oh my God, Trenton Simpson screaming up the middle. I was gonna say, already have screwed up play art, so we really cannot afford to give this team momentum. But Trenton Simpson saps away a lot of it with a huge play there. Gets to Goff up the middle. And that's the kind of speed he provides. Able to commit to a play like that and just get to Goff before he can react. And there's gonna get to the backfield and stop Gibbs. No gain. Trenton Simpson showing why we gave up a 3rd-round pick to go get him. We're gonna get our guys out of man coverage. I don't like having linebackers in man, so we're gonna switch this up as Goff rolls out into a sack. James Houston gonna get credit for half, as well as I couldn't tell who the other guy was, but either way, makes it 4th and 29. That's gonna be, I still can't tell who that is. Jeffrey Simmons making the play. I love how we're getting great pressure against this offensive line when I don't think we maybe got like a couple of TFLs against the Jets. So that's the thing that happened. We're not going to mess with the run here. We're just going to try to get the first down. Just keep the ball moving. As that pass complete to Treylon Burks for the first. Well, let us flip this. It will. Not going to run at Aiden Hutchinson if we can keep from it. Run skill, you got to be faster, dude. That's a big gain if you get out in front of the running back, which is your job as the guard there on that play. Although I will say Skoronski definitely better at that, so maybe we should have thought about that before we flipped it. But also, like I said, don't want to run at Aiden Hutchinson. McGee, incomplete. I love this play concept, especially when they press McGee. It's either going to leave him wide open or Okonkwo over the middle, depending on what the safety does. I love this play design. Just need the blocks to hold up. And it's going to be McGee. As long as we get the ball out in front, we can't. What a play by Patrick Peterson. He's 69 years old. How the hell are he making that play? But he did, so what you going to do? I even pass it out in front. Good block. The good thing about this team is outside of Jameson Williams, the receivers are pretty slow. So Darian Gallery might not get blown up this game, which would be really cool if he could actually have a good game again. As Amon-Ra St. Brown is going to have a good game. Beating Nick Cross on that rep. Gets himself 7 yards. We have players that are here to do exactly that. As Donovan Peoples-Jones makes the catch for the first down, but gets injured on the play, but somehow still able to celebrate. Quick pass to Laporta. I'll take blame for that one. I could have defended that a little bit better, but wanted to play the run again in case they tried Simpson up the middle again. Wanted to be ready for it because they had been running on first down. Didn't that time. And they also didn't on the first play of this drive, but that's beside the point. Good defense by Ringo and Simpson there. Couple of pickups. Also, by the way, we made 2 trades with the Eagles. I could just completely gloss over the fact that we traded Danico Watry. Just honestly forgot that's who we got Keeler Ringo from. Doesn't matter though. That's in the past. As Jameson Williams gets open and gets the first down. Gallery was on him. So yeah, that's the one matchup we really don't want him in, is against JMO. There's a good run from Jahmyr Gibbs. He's going to break a tackle and get the first down. Unless a linebacker is stepping up and making a play immediately, like, we're just gashed for like 7+ every time a running back touches the ball, as they're going to get the snap off for the end of the quarter. D-Hop throws off Murphy Bunting and gets the first down. Goff 8 for 8 for 83 yards in the first quarter. Having a great start to the game. As they are moving the ball at will, we can't really do that. 1st and 10 now from the 10 for the Detroit Lions to start the second quarter. Hand off to Gibbs. Good tackle by Trenton Simpson. Another TFL for him. He's having a monster start to the game. And on 2nd and long, goal to go, though, so they can't get a first down. I like the idea of a blitz here, as Jahmyr Gibbs will run right through it. Who runs on 2nd and long, well, 2nd and goal from the 11? Who runs there? That's such a weird call. Well, it works out. Touchdown Detroit. I stand by the call to blitz. Like, who's running there? Like, come on, dude. That's just a weird ass play call. Hey, our play art is fucked. I love this momentum ability. It's definitely not overpowered and definitely not annoying as shit. It requires me to pay attention, which I don't want to do. Good completion on first down to Okonkwo. I really don't like an outside run here, but we're going to go for it. I'm actually going to run this one at Hutchinson because I trust Parkinson more as a blocker than I do Okonkwo against the better player. And it just turns out we don't run block. It turns out our players are incapable of run blocking. So never mind. Never fucking mind. McGee should be a first. They're going to call it 4th and inches. We're not punting from the 38. I can assure you that. We're going to line up, go for a QB sneak. And if we don't get this, then We're going 1-16. Like, if we can't get that when they have no one lined up over the center, like, it's time to just fold the franchise at that point. Thankfully, we do get it, though. So, we don't have to fold the franchise. That's good. There's a good run. Good block by Colby Parkinson. Kendra Miller down the sideline. That's what good run blocking looks like. Wow. Such a rare occurrence. And it's insane that the best run block on that play was made by another fucking running back. Parkinson helped too. I'll give him that, but it's ridiculous how bad at run blocking we are. All right, moving the ball through the air a little bit over these last couple of plays. Have Shaheed on this broken crossers play. Down to the 1, and Devin Freeman injured on the play, grabbing his shoulder. Unforced. Listen, man. It's a set shot. It's a drawn up set play for Rashid Shaheed. Those plays get ran a lot. I'm going to keep running it. Touchdown, Kendra Miller. There's some good run blocking. Wow. We run block good, we score point. Run block better, score more point. Run block more good, more point have. Shoulder strain for Freeman. We'll go with Paradis, the vet, till he's ready to go again. And we have tied the game, assuming Dicker the kicker makes his field goal, and he does. The PAT, rather. Eh, it's not a field goal, it's a PAT. Shut up. There's some incredible run defense, too. Oh, my God. We're playing the run well on both sides of the ball. Oh, my goodness. Jeffrey Simmons, huge play. Gibbs hasn't really been able to get it going. He's had a couple big plays, and he's been good out of the backfield when they've given him the ball, but... Oh, and the Amon-Ra St. Brown with the drop. What is happening? Are we playing good all of a sudden? This isn't legal. We shouldn't be able to do this. I don't know where this is coming from, but I'm here for it. Gonna play the sticks on 3rd and 13. And unfortunately, that is just complete over the middle of the field to DeAndre Hopkins. Gotta sit back on that. I'll actually take the blame for that one. That one was on me. I just went to the running back because he was the only guy in the area. I don't know. I just wish your players weren't robots. Like, both of my DBs on that side of the field just stayed. Like, they're not allowed to leave their area because that's where my zone is. Gotta stay. But like at that point, it just becomes, man, you just don't leave the guy. You follow him. You don't just let him. Okay. Well, I just got my thought interrupted by just a frankly stupid completion. As Goff throws this right to Monty Rice, and it essentially just goes right behind him, and I guess some everybody wasn't really in position for that, but that's just an insane throw. Jared Goff is him. If he's making plays like that, there ain't shit we can do. And that's just an undefendable pass, complete to Laporta. Just completely uncoverable. Sometimes they do that, but they just throw the ball before you are, physically able to react. It's insane. Why don't they do that every play, you wonder? The screen to St. Brown, and Gallery gets juked out of his shoes by Amon-Ra St. Brown. Oh boy, Darian, buddy. We did get a big QB hit on Goff though, but didn't matter. Especially when fucking Amon-Ra St. Brown is going to juke my corner. Just out of it. Made him literally stand still. Literally broke his ankles. Like, come on, man. I felt like I was being productive today. Good read, good crash on the screen by Trenton Simpson. 5-yard loss on that screenplay. Hell of a read. Simpson's having an unbelievable first half. This is what we brought him in for. Just fly all over the field and make plays, and he's been doing that. So we'll have just over 50 seconds to try to at least answer this field goal. That would be the goal. Just over 50 seconds to work with. Would love to at least answer that field goal. Hopefully we can get a touchdown, but... Or we'll just get sacked by Aiden Hutchinson and lose 15. Held on to the ball too long. Wanted to try to give McGee a chance deep. There's a long developing route and didn't end up working out, obviously, as Hutch just decided we will not be doing that. So that's okay. Okonkwo nearly gets it all back. Got to lead that out ahead. 3rd and 25. I hate running it on 3rd down at the end of a quarter, but in this situation, I think it's warranted. As Kendra actually gets us a ton of it back. Lions will call timeout with 10 seconds left. We will punt just to, you know, get them out of field goal range. If we were closer to like 4th and 5, might have considered it, but 4th and 10, we got to punt. All right. That was a play of all time. And that's going to end the first half. 10-7. The Lions will get the ball at kickoff. A little bit behind in terms of passing yards, but our defense has been playing very well. And if they can continue to keep it up, especially on this first drive, I like our chances. Hey, look, Ryan Stonehouse is about to get a touchback. Yay. As D-Hop, what a route. That's on Murphy Bunting too, so if he's going to be doing stuff like that, there's not a whole lot we can do to stop him, so just don't let him do that, maybe. How about that? It's my expert analysis. Just don't let him do that. There's the handoff to Gibbs. That's going to be a big one. And just like that, the Lions are threatening the red zone already inside the 40. Goff switching things up. He's going to hand it off to Gibbs again, and that's just fantastic blocking. Why don't we ever get that? Oh my God. First down, Jahmyr Gibbs, but wow, what a block. There's a check down to Laporta, and he's going to outrun... He's going to outrun Gallery and Ringo. Oh my goodness. That is a certified tight end moment. Lions inside the 10 already. This has been an unbelievably efficient drive from them. Gibbs up the middle, touchdown. Wow. That was the Madden CPU saying, fuck you. You're not going to be able to do anything about this. Like, okay, so let's compare that unbelievable run blocking that the Lions had to what's about to happen here. My own center tripped me. Not a bad run, though, all things considered. What some of the other stuff we've gotten historically in this series. There's a really good run. There's some good blocking. First down, Tyjae Spears getting his first carry of the game. I still do want to keep him involved a little bit. There's been a heavy pass script today, honestly. And there's a final Okonkwo. Levis slinging it right now. Gonna be another play action play, and we got Rashid Shaheed down to the 6. The design shot, when we get low on there, you know, we get on the right side of the 50. We love going to that play, and I refuse to apologize for it. It's guaranteed yards. I don't do it every time, but you know, occasionally. Break it out. Kendre Miller up the middle, and he gets into the end zone. He's having himself a game, his second time finding the end zone. And that is a great answer. That's one of the best drives our offense has had all season. Very efficient, great blocking, and we are hanging in with the undefeated Detroit Lions. Just so we can keep stuff inside, as that is just a fantastic play call. Slant over the middle against man coverage for your best receiver, as Ringo gets bullied by St. Brown. Monty Rice. There we go. Getting to Goff again. Defensive MVP this season. Making a play. And there's DeAndre Hopkins just... Okay. All right. I know you guys played together last season and you're probably homies, but what the fuck, dude? Just watch Sean Murphy bunting here. Or better yet, don't watch Sean Murphy bunting here. Like, bro, this is one of the worst efforts I've ever seen. And yeah. Just great inside leverage by Hopkins. Perfect play design, I guess. I don't know. I guess you could say Murphy bunting had no help on the inside there. He's just on an island against D-Hop, but come on, man. Great game from Kendre Miller so far. 10 carries, 53 yards, pair of touchdowns as well. We're gonna have Spears in the game now for this carry. He's gonna get the edge, and unfortunately, Rashid Shaheed decides to stop holding the block as soon as he gets there. We might just try some slant sheets here on 3rd and 8 after an incompletion. And that is just a fantastic play. My God, Anthony Walker. Gets his QB hit on Levis, and it just bounces off a lineman's helmet or something. I don't know what happened. Either way, it's going to result in a 4th and 8 and force us to punt. Can't have back-to-back great drives. That'd be insane. DeAndre Hopkins, 5 targets, 5 receptions, 137 yards, and a touchdown. Yeah, I'd say he's having a pretty good revenge game. Big 3rd down would be a massive stop if we could pull it off. And it's going to be a handoff to Gibbs, and that's weird that Monty Rice just didn't even attempt to tackle him and got pushed in the back right after. Don't think you're allowed to do that. Either way, it doesn't end up mattering as other people that I wasn't paying attention to came over and made the stop. That's going to be Darian Gallery actually making a positive play for once. Good job, buddy. Been a minute. And that might be the worst punt of all time. All right. What the fuck was that? Good play call. Switch it up at the line, and McGee able to get the first down. I don't know why I just stopped talking. Like, I'm just like, my brain's like, you don't say anything here, but that's like a huge play, and I need to be commentating it. I don't know why I wasn't. Either way, nope. Kendre Miller is my running back. It's 1 yard. I wish I had Jahmyr Gibbs. No disrespect to Kendre, but you know. There's the big run from Tyjae Spears. He's been good today. 7 yards per carry. Maybe that's just his role. He's better in like a low volume sort of committee, where he just comes in, hits a big play every now and then, still gets involved in the receiving game every now and then. Maybe that's his role, because he's been pretty effective in it since we made the change. 3rd and 1. Gonna give the ball to Miller. And he's going to fight for the first down, break a tackle, and get a lot more. Down inside the 30, Kendre Miller, 13 plus yards on that carry. See, it keeps giving me a broken crossplay that I want to run, but I don't want to keep cheesing the game because it works every time. But it's like half of the plays they're giving me. We'll try this one. Dwayne McGee's wide open. Down inside the 10-yard line, McGee having himself a quarter. Couple of big catches on this drive. We are in the 4th quarter. I must have missed the start of the end of the 3rd. I didn't say anything. My bad. If it's in the video, you guys will see it, but I didn't notice it. And that's nearly intercepted. So 3rd and goal from the 7. Couple of incompletions in a row, making this more difficult than it needs to be. I don't want, we're gonna put Okonkwo on just an out here rather than the flat. I want him to get a little bit further downfield. Oh, fucking hell. Not Chandler Hutchinson. That's a NBA player. As we throw up the interception to Brian Branch, Aiden Hutchinson in on the pressure. Forces the throw out early from Levis, and it ends up being bad and intercepted. I mean, I'm sure if we kept Okonkwo on the flat, things might have worked out better. But doesn't really matter. I mean, we did have Okonkwo if we hit him really quick. We also probably had Shaheed. We definitely had Shaheed if we hit him here. I didn't like what this linebacker was doing. Once again, Anthony Walker. I'm pretty sure he makes a play on that, but if we hit Shaheed soon enough, that's probably our best bet. Otherwise, you know, nothing over the like neither one of these guys are going to be open. So the actual best read probably ends up being the running back. No, because that guy comes down. Maybe you just try to fit one of these in the back of the end zone. Yeah, I just got to get the ball out sooner. But by that point, Hutch has my right tackle on the floor, on the ground, and yeah, I'm just running for my life. So, and that is just better blocking than we have received all year. First down, Jahmyr Gibbs. Tyron Smith injured on the play. That's nice. Rams franchise legend, by the way. That would be really, really good. You know, obviously not the real Tyron Smith, but that would be great if they didn't have Taylor Decker, an 80+ overall backup. Maybe we trade for Taylor Decker. That might honestly be an offseason trade if there's not good offensive line, because we need a complete overhaul. There's some good defense by Gallery. St. Brown, the intended target too, so needed that one. Third and short. They have bunch right. We're gonna try to blitz, and unfortunately D-Hop is making my receivers look silly, and he's gonna break a couple tackles, and he is going to have himself another long touchdown as Gallery actually tackles him into the end zone. DeAndre Hopkins revenge game is so real. Look where he caught that, by the way. We'll see if we can't continue to show some good stuff on offense. Coming out with a screen. I don't know why we, you know, trust our offensive line to block well on a screen when all we've been doing today is complaining about how bad our offensive line is, but works out well there. Gets a first down for Miller. Yes, please press Dwayne McGee. Please. That is your biggest mistake. It ends up not being a mistake at all, as Levis had, I believe, Treylon Burks on that, but Ali McNeil just bullies his way through my interior O-line and sacks my QB. Yeah, I was really excited about the rookie center, Devin Freeman, but he's been awful. So as Frank, so as, you know, even our good linemen, as that is a beautiful ball by Levis, complete to Treylon Burks for the first down. I've been saying this all season. When Levis has time to throw and his receivers get open, he's been very good. It's just those two things happening on the same play rarely happen. And then he backs it up by doing that. So never mind Levis's dog shit. What the fuck? And there's just absolutely no one open. Jones gets the sack. 3rd and 23. Gonna leave Spears in the block here and just see what happens. Burks makes the catch. 4th and 4. We are most certainly going for this, obviously. Definitely 4 down territory. Great catch by Burks. As once again, all 3 of our receivers, they show up, man. As that's all right. That ball came out as soon as as soon as I could have possibly thrown it, as soon as the game would have allowed me, and yeah, that was never going to be completed. The game decided no. Lions are in true clock mode, so that means we're just gonna run commit and see if we can't, you know, force some TFLs or just slow them down. And then on 3rd and 3, they're gonna run again. There's some more good defense. We get a 3 and out. Neville Gallimore, big tackle. So we'll have 2.5 minutes, give or take, a couple seconds. And 3 timeouts to work with. Still have the 2-minute warning. It's a 3-possession game. So obviously we need to score quick. But we're not out of this one just yet. Very close to being out of it, but, you know, not quite yet. I feel like we've been saying that a lot. Levis Hennessy throws. Burks comes back to the ball and it's knocked out. Oh my God. That would have been one of the best plays of the series. Unfortunately, Burks just can't hold on. Fantastic awareness from him to even make a play on the ball, though. Get Shaheed a chance to run after catch, and he is brought down and fumbles, gets the ball back. Great effort. Make sure he gets back on top of the ball, but who is 41 and how is he running with 95 speed Rashid Shaheed? That's Carl Allen. Okay, his speed is actually pretty good. His Excel's low. Like, I mean, I don't know. 2-minute warning, as I forgot that we had urgency. You're doing anything with a press McGee, which is of course just pressing my receiver. Unfortunately, poor accuracy on that one. Also, while I was figuring out who Carl Allen is, I figured out why Traylon Burks has been getting open so much. They are playing Taylor Rapp at slot corner, which is hilarious. Another throw out a sack. Because God forbid we get any protection for our quarterback. Gonna have to leave Miller in the block here, just so we have any hope of completing this. So one-on-one shot to McGee. Ends up not coming down with it, and that will likely end the game as the Lions get the ball back under 2 minutes. Of course, we run commit, but it's not going to matter. Jared Goff keeps it, gets killed. We call timeout. Actually, even better, Tierra Tart's going to fake an injury. Smart play. It's a veteran play. Hopefully that's not actually serious, though, because that would be really bad to lose him, because he's actually been decent, unlike most of our defensive linemen. Simpson, big tackle. We'll call another timeout. 3rd and 13. We should get the ball back. Will we be able to do anything with it, though? Not sure. We'll find out. Unless Shabir Gibbs gets 13 yards on this run, and he does not. We'll call another timeout. And it's a foot fracture. No! You're supposed to fake the injury, not actually get injured. Tier. No, buddy. We come back and win this game. It's for Tier Tart's foot, as that kick is no good. Yet another throw and a sack. It'd be so cool to just not have to, you know, throw out of a sack every other fucking play. Levis is well over 50% accuracy for most of this game, let it be known. It's just the last drive, couple drives. He's gone under. Someone get open, please. Not that it matters, we're just going to be under pressure anyway, even if someone does get open. And that's just thrown right to the deep safety again. And now Detroit will inevitably kneel the ball 2 times and then kick a field goal, because that's just what keeps happening to us. I think we played really well. I think our defense was awesome today, except for the couple of big plays to DeAndre Hopkins, which if you take both of those big touchdowns from D-Hop away, this is a 3-point game right now. So yeah, really just DeAndre Hopkins came in and said, fuck you guys, you wasted a year of my career. And I'm going to just put my nuts in and around your face. That's basically what DeAndre Hopkins did to us today. Other than that, I think our defense played really well. I think Trenton Simpson had an awesome game. I think Kendrick Miller was fantastic, obviously 2 touchdowns. Levis was really good until the 4th quarter. Well, the last half of the 4th quarter. With the, you know, just having to chuck it up and no one being able to get open and throwing out a sack every other play. But unfortunately, that all just adds up to another loss, as we will fall to 1 and I think 7 On the season, Goff goes 22 for 25 for 336 and 2 touchdowns. Levis 14 for 34, 233 and an interception. He was so much better than this, man. Like, I feel like Levis is really getting a bad rap, but he was better than this dude. He really, really was. Gibbs 20 for 104, 2 touchdowns for him. Kendra Miller 12 for 66, 2 touchdowns. 3 for 22 for Tyjae Spears. I think we found his role. Oh boy. DeAndre Hopkins 6 catches, 205 yards, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, without him, this is, like I said, a 3-point game. So DeAndre Hopkins just decided he was winning, reverting to Houston Texans version of him, the best receiver in the league. And then St. Brown was good. Had a drop though. Laporta, you know, for a tight end against us, it's actually a pretty tame day. Dwayne McGee 4 for 51, pretty good game. Okonkwo 3 for 40, 3 for 20, or 3 for 62 rather for Burks, 3 for 70 for Shaheed, 1 for 10 for Kendra Miller. Our 4 guys, these 4 guys, our 4-4 pass catchers played well. They always tend to. I like our receiving core a lot. 3 sacks given up and at least 5 or 6 more that were thrown out of. Simpson, Chin, and Rice led the team with 9 tackles. 6 TFLs for Trenton Simpson is a phenomenal day. He was great. Simmons and Houston had a couple. Sack for Simpson, Rice, and then half for Simmons and Houston. No picks, of course, because we don't get those. No upgrades, but we will be able to actually get ourselves something pretty nice here in the staff rewards old talent tree. We get our final focus player. Focus player, excuse me, as my voice just decides to not work. But we have 6 focus players now, which is pretty cool. We also, unfortunately, have a new injury, so it looks like Tierra Tart is going to be out long-term with that foot fracture, and yeah, he's going to be out for 4 weeks. That's unfortunate. Still going to be 10 weeks without Jason. Really upsetting that we're going to not just be able to see him at all this year. But week 9 is our bye week, so we'll go ahead and go through that this game, or this video, rather. Might as well just keep that in here. For the bye week, let's see what we have to discuss. We can get plus morale, plus XP, and minus stamina, plus awareness, minus stamina. I would love the XP. And I'm going to take the XP. Fuck stamina. I know our morale's low, but give me the XP. Minus 7 stamina. Who cares? We're already bad. Get better. I'll take care of weekly strategy. If we get anything cool, I'll let you guys know. Otherwise, we're not going to do anything. And I don't think I've shown this since the early part of the series, or since like episode 1 or 2. But these are our focus players. We have McGee, Levis, Staley, Miller, Simpson, and Gallery. It had been Miller as the 5th one until we got Simpson, and then before then it was just, you know, these 4 have been the ones for the majority of the series. But yeah, if we get anything interesting here, I'll show you. If not, I will see you for week 9. Yeah, or whatever, just I guess week 10 technically. You know what I mean. Of course, nothing in practice, so we will sim to week 9, or sim through week 9 rather, and we have a breakout linebacker challenge. Yes, that's exactly what we were hoping for, and we can only hope it is the player that we want it to be for, because if it is Trenton Simpson, or honestly if it's Monty Rice, either way we are eating real good. So that's going to be a very exciting way to kick off week 10 against the Tennessee Titans. So hopefully you guys come back and check that one out, and I will catch you all in the next one. Actually, we'll do these upgrades. We'll do these upgrades. I do hope you all come back and check out that video though. But we'll get these out of the way because, well, you sat here and you watched that week, so you deserve to see them. Unfortunately, TR Tart going to be out for 2 weeks. But we will get him up to an 80 overall with this upgrade. He gets +2 block shed and +2 pursuit as we continue to make him a run-stopping archetype. And hopefully, you know, he's good in that regard. Terry Frank, starting right tackle. He's been injured a lot. He isn't bad. Oh, you know what? I understand why our run blocking is so fucking horrific, because wow. His run block power is non-existent. So we're going to try to make that better. And we get +1 pass block. +2 run block power, nice, and +1 strength. So we should be exactly 2% better in the run game. I don't think that's how that works, but we're going with it. Rick Shields, UDFA, superstar dev corner. We're gonna just go into slot for him. Goes up to a 70 overall. And he gets himself +1 awareness, +2 zone, and +3 man. That is why you upgrade slot. I say it every time we get a good slot upgrade, but it remains true. That's why you do it. Now, we will go ahead and end off this episode. I do appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to check out next episode to see who this breakout challenge is for, and I'll catch y'all then. Thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy.